I'm gonna talk about what being jacked taught me about relationships. The first thing that I learned about relationships was that the most leverage that you will ever have in a relationship with a woman is when you're looking top notch. You see, the problem is most guys stay in relationships when they get disrespected, treated like shit. Their girlfriend doesn't treat them right because they have a scarcity mindset. Because they know that if they were single, they wouldn't get no play. They wouldn't have access to women. Why? Because they haven't been taking care of themselves. They look like shit. You see, when you're in shape, when you're jacked, you're ripped, you walk anywhere, you walk in the street, you walk in the mall, you walk in the club, you start getting choosing signals from women. You start having an abundance mindset. You start getting DMs. Women start treating you better to the point when you don't tolerate any disrespect from any woman. Because you know what? If this woman don't treat me right, I got 10 lined up that I know they will, right? And just operating in that framework in a relationship allows you to have the most leverage in a relationship. It allows the woman to kind of feel that confidence coming from you to the point when she realizes, look, if I don't treat this guy right, I know he's going to be out the door. I know there's going to be other women around him. I know he's going to have a replacement ASAP, right? Because he looks top notch. And so the best way to have leverage in a relationship, to have a more peaceful relationship, to have a more long-lasting relationship, to have a relationship where the woman treats you better is by looking top notch, right? Because you no longer operate from a needy perspective, being needy all the time, from a position of lesser power. You have all the power, you have all the leverage, because you can get a replacement instantly. If she's not playing her part, you can have 10 other people that are willing to play their part. You have them lined up. You have that availability. So operating in an abundance mindset within a relationship allows you to have a better fucking relationship, right? I think about all the times when I was out of shape and I was looking like shit and I would go unnoticed. I was having problems getting noticed from women. I would stay in those relationships that I would get treated like shit because I knew, I was like, bro, if I'm not with this chick, I ain't gonna get no other chicks because I'm looking like shit. I'm not taking care of myself, right? But when I got jacked, when I got ripped, bro, if this girl ain't playing her part, if this girl ain't treating me right, I'm out the fucking door. And just operating within that framework allowed the woman that was with me to actually treat me right because she knew, listen, if I don't play my part, this motherfucker's gone. I can feel it off him. I can see by the way he moves. I can see it, just how other women are gravitated towards him, right? So the first thing is being jacked and ripped allows you to have the most leverage possible. Because if shit don't work out with this girl, you have 10 other options, and that allows her to operate in a more feminine framework within the relationship. She's gonna be treating you a little bit better. She's gonna feel that anxiety that you might leave because you respect yourself more and you're not operating from a needy and scarcity mindset, all right? That's the first thing. The second thing that I learned about being jacked in a relationship, and this might piss some people off, but it's the fucking truth. Listen, bro, if you're 20% body fat, if you have a stomach, when you're stroking it, all right, and I'm sorry to get graphic, but I have to be fucking honest, because when I realized this shit kind of changed my life. When you're stroking it and you have a belly, you're only hitting it at like 70 or 60% potential, right? Forget the fact that you feel tired and your energy levels suck and you're not even that active and you're not even that flexible, right? Forget all that, right? But when you're stroking it, you're only hitting at 70% of your potential, right? Because your stomach is actually preventing you from actually going 100%. You know what I'm saying? And I realized this the first time that I cut down. I talk about it all the time on this channel. I went from 250 to 195 and I'm 6'2", right? And when I started stroking it, when I was like 195, 200 pounds, I was like, bro, what the fuck was I doing being fat for all that time? I'm finally fucking able to fucking hit the shit the way that I'm supposed to. I had more energy. You know what I'm saying? And think about it like this, bro. Like, when a woman is looking at you, right? Let's say from like a missionary position. Think about the angle that she's looking at you, right? It's the front view. You know what I'm saying? If she's seeing the front view and all she sees is a blob of fat, what do you think that's doing to her mind? Do you think that's turning her on? Do you think that's turning her on? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? So not only are you not turning her on, you're not even stroking it properly. You're not even having proper sex, if we're being honest. You know what I'm saying? So when I cut down and I actually got lean and ripped, bro, my sex life was taken to a whole nother level. A whole nother level, right? So if I'm being honest, the second thing that I learned about being jacked and in a relationship is you're able to actually have better sex with your woman. You're actually able to please her way better. You're able to perform way fucking better. All right. And this is what I think is actually the biggest plus of being ripped and jacked, is when you're making love, you're having sex with a woman. You're actually able to go fucking, let's call it beast mode. You're actually able to go beast mode. Whereas before you got tired, you had no energy, your stomach was preventing you from actually doing the deed. You know what I'm saying? So that's the second thing that I learned, is that being jacked allows you to have a way better sex life. All right. And think about it like this. Your girl is probably comparing your performance to other guys, right? There's other guys that are ripped. There's other guys that are jacked. And if she's been with them, your performance versus theirs is subpar, bro. It's subpar. You know what I'm saying? We live in a very competitive dating market, you know what I'm saying, where women, they're not traditional anymore. They've been with multiple guys. So they've experienced guys that are top notch. So if you're not top notch, you're at a major disadvantage. The clock is ticking in your relationship. You know what I'm saying? You got to do everything that you can do to be the best man you can possibly be for yourself, right? And then obviously if you're with a partner, they're experiencing the benefits too, all right? But that's the second thing that I notice, is when you're jacked in a relationship, your sex life is taken to a whole nother level, okay? Third thing that I learned about being jacked and in a relationship is that when you're jacked, your partner treats you way better because of social proof and competition anxiety. What am I talking about? You see, when you walk in a place, let's say you're going out to eat on a date with a woman. If you walk into that restaurant and there's no other woman looking at you, and there's no other woman giving you looks or flirting with you, it signals to your woman that you're low value. You know what I'm saying? Girls operate like groupies. When they see other women liking a guy, they flock to that guy. It signals to them this guy is higher value. It raises your status. You know what I'm saying? So when you're jacked and you're in a relationship and you walk into the club, you walk into a date, you walk into dinner, you're going about your day and your woman is noticing that other women are giving you attention, this gives her a sense of competition anxiety. And it tells her subconsciously, you know what? I better treat my guy right, because if I don't, I have multiple replacements in line. I can tell the attention that he gets from other women. I can tell that other women want to be with him. So it makes her value you more. She's going to be more willing to follow your lead. She's going to treat you way better. You know what I'm saying? You see, when I was in a relationship and I was jacked, as soon as I would walk into a venue, I would start getting looks. I would start getting looks instantly, right? To the point where my girl would be like, yo, like, we just walked in here and you're already getting looks from other women. And she was actually honest. She'd be like, you know what? But I like that because you with me and you're not with them, right? But women notice it, bro. Your girl notices whether or not other women are looking at you, right? And one of the best ways to maintain a long-term relationship with a woman is by her experience competition anxiety, right? Let her see that other women actually like you. Let her see that you're actually that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because if she doesn't see that, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? It is a major problem, right? So the third thing that I learned about being jacked in a relationship is that a woman is going to treat you way better when you're jacked because they're seeing your value. Other women are flocking to you. They're giving you choosing signals. And when your girl sees that, the competition anxiety in her is going to prompt her to treat you better. It's going to prompt her to follow your lead, to do more things for you, to have a more peaceful relationship. You know what I'm saying? I remember the times when I let myself go in a relationship, I got fat and out of shape. Bro, I would go outside, I would go to venues, I would go to the mall, and I would go unnoticed. I would go completely unnoticed. Mind you guys, I'm 6'2", right? But even at 6'2", if I don't take care of myself, I would go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? And if I was with my partner and I would walk into a venue and I would be unnoticed, that's a turnoff, bro. You know what I'm saying? I promised to myself, you know what? If I'm going to a venue, I'm going to make sure that I'm one of the best looking dudes there. That I'm one of the guys that showcases discipline and showcases a masculine physique, because I want to be top notch. I don't want to be fucking average, right? So now when I walk into a venue and I'm with a shorty, she already knows what type of dude she's dealing with. She already knows the kind of caliber dude that she's with, that all the girls want to look at this dude and want to be with him. So she better get in line and she better start treating me better, because if not, I'm out the door. It kind of goes in line with point number 1, but it is a little different, right? So that was point number 3, is they treat you better because of competition anxiety and they're seeing you have social proof with other women, okay? The last and final thing that I learned is that being in shape is the best thing you can possibly do for your family. You see, I see a lot of guys who take out their emotional baggage on their partner, on their kids. If you wake up in the morning and you're not happy with who you are, if you're not proud of who the fuck you are, and you have a cloud of low fucking energy because you're living in shame and regret, and you're not happy with who the fuck you are, you're gonna start taking that energy out on your partner. You're gonna come home, you're gonna give her an attitude. You're gonna come home, you're gonna treat your kids like shit. Why? Because you're not fucking happy with yourself, bro. If you're not happy with yourself, you're gonna start emanating that shit to other people around you. You know what I'm saying? Think about what it would feel like to feel proud and happy of who the fuck you are. You would go about your day with high energy, loving everything, loving everyone, treating everyone great because you know that you're treating yourself great. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the most powerful things of being in shape while you're in a relationship, bro. Let's say you have a family. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you got kids. I guarantee you that if you're not happy with yourself, you're probably taking that shit out on them because you feel low. You know what I'm saying? You feel with low frequency. You don't feel proud of who the fuck you are. You're not happy with yourself. And when you're not happy with yourself, you're not happy with the people around you. So you take that shit out on your kids. One of the best things that a man can do for his family is to actually build a man that he's fucking proud of and that he's happy with. So when he comes home, he's actually able to treat his spouse good. He's able to treat his kids good. He's able to emanate that confident and that positive energy because he's actually happy with who the fuck he is as a man. And he's not living in shame and regret, ashamed of how he looks, feeling like shit about himself. Because when you feel like shit about yourself, you treat other people like shit because you know that you're treating yourself like shit. The world is a mirror. It's not a window. So one of the things that I realized was that, bro, when I'm in top shape, I treat my girlfriend better. You know what I'm saying? I could treat my kids better. I'm not taking out my emotional baggage on them. You know why? Because when I treat myself good, I can treat other people good. When I don't treat myself good, when I look like shit, when I'm ashamed of who the fuck I am, when I'm not happy with who I am, I start fucking bringing emotional baggage to the house. I start treating other people like shit because I'm not even happy with who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? I start having a short temper. I start lashing out. So one of the best things a man can do for his fucking family is to treat himself better so he can treat them better. I see this all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I see guys who treat themselves like shit, feel so bad about themselves, feel so low about themselves, and no wonder their relationships fucking suck because they treat their whole family like shit because they're not even happy with who the fuck they are. Why not start being happy with who the fuck you are by building a man that you are fucking proud of? Stop bringing emotional baggage to the fucking house that's fucking up your relationship with your woman and with your kids when you can be living an awesome life at home. If only you felt happy with who the fuck you are so you could emanate that energy to everybody in your family, right? Versus having a cloud over your head of fucking negative, shameful, regretful energy because you're not even proud of who the fuck you are as a man. All right, that's some real shit. For the guys that have been in a relationship, they're gonna understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you give your partner bad energy, when you give them attitude, it's because you have an attitude with yourself. You feel down with yourself. So you reflect that onto them. You know what I'm saying? I realize that, you know what, when I'm jacked and I'm in a relationship, I'm treating my other person better. You know what I'm saying? I'm treating my family better. I'm treating everybody else around me better, and things are going way better in my life because I'm actually happy and proud of who the fuck I am. All right? So those are the 4 things that I learned about being jacked and being in a relationship, right? If you found that value, click the like button and let me know what you think in the comment section, all right? Southpaw Huncho checking out. Peace.